Thank you indeed. And on behalf of Estonian Entrepreneurship University, welcome to the conference. Before we switch indeed to the specific topics, let's have a closer look about one of the potential scenarios for the AI and humanity developments in shorter term, medium and longer term perspectives. My presentation is based on a summary on information from different open sources, including the Venture City think tank. We will now see how the AI is changing and dictating the lives of humanity, opening up path to new tools and robotics. We will see the great conflict between the humans and the AI at some moment in close future. Also creation of AI-free zones in about 60 years' time, and the creation of AI-specific energy policy in about 90 years' time. We will end our insight with a view of transformation of human consciousness over the much larger cross-galactic dimensions. As I said, it's only just one of the many scenarios we will discuss now. We will take it step by step from the current moment, then moving further away to the future. So in short term, there will be indeed natural conversations with AI. You all know already ChatGPT, the Microsoft investment just about 9 months ago, then worth $10 billion. Now the company value is estimated to be already $90 billion. Huge development in this field. Microsoft is about to introduce Windows 11, and together with Windows 11, there will be Copilot AI tool, which will be supporting all the applications for Microsoft. For example, with Microsoft Teams, after your Teams meeting, you can ask the system or the AI assistant to provide you full meeting minutes, including the action plan. I'm looking very much forward to this. Also, Google is not sleeping. They are working on Lambda, which is language model for dialogue applications. There will be several new solutions coming also from Google direction. Elon Musk, known for Tesla and space projects, is working on. He has a company called Neuralink, which is working on brain-computer interfaces in original approach. He's planning to use it for disabled people, meaning that there is direct link between your brain through the interface with the external sensors to improve your vision, for example, if you do not have any sight or hearings. They already have moved to the human testing, and that is quite significant in this field. Knowing Elon Musk, once he got approval, definitely these solutions will move to the serious production, will be available to wider public. So in case we are looking for the night vision capabilities, we can talk to these guys, or better hearing. It's gonna be possible in the short future. So there will be new definition, and that is intelligence amplification. So we will be starting to amplify our intelligence. 2030, not so far to the future. After our death or during our lives, the digital twin or avatar is created, and these will be AI-driven conversations patented by Microsoft and the high-tech companies. We are training these during our lives, and the system is closely monitoring all our daily activities. So once our body ceases to exist, the digital avatar still remains out there, behaving pretty much the same way as we have been doing. There will be also AI-supported bionic organs, lungs, arms. These will enable humans to download new skills or higher level capabilities, meaning that we have, for example, synthetic or AI-supported arm, which is connected directly to the AI. You wish to play piano, the hand will download the skills. You can do it fluently, and AI, kind of self-aware AI is emerging. At some moment, Internet of Things will be renamed as artificial intelligence of things. Focus on intelligence. Also in the not so distant future, AI and humans will start using different internet. The need for data is much higher for the AI than it is for humans. Behind this development will be quantum computers, which are still on early stages, but they are expected to grow and develop very fast. Especially attention is needed on the connected quantum computers. As you know, the conventional computers, they are solving the calculations pretty much in a sequential way, not at the same moment. But there is some parallels built in, of course. But concerning quantum computers, exceptionally high number of calculations can be done at the same moment of time. So the full power of quantum computer is vastly exceeding the capabilities of current computers. So behind these developments, definitely there is quantum computing. AI connected quantum computers, they start releasing independent discoveries in the field of subatomic and molecular level, most likely in first stage, resulting in new materials and medical innovations. AI will also start or launch its own global language to support its own communication. To some extent, it's already out there. For example, Google is using Google language, and we discussed about Google Translate. Google Translate, when we ask to perform some translation, is taking our language to the Google language and then releasing to any given languages. But AI will also have its own approach. AI will start managing hospitals, so in medical field definitely there is high attention, and therefore launching kind of first steps towards immortality, as expected by Ray Kurzweil, who is one of the leading speakers towards AI. And he has stated famously that most likely our generation is one of the last generations to die in the natural causes due to the high speed on developments in medicine. Our life expectancy will greatly exceed basically from now on. 2040, there will be also AI will have focus on the military issues, kind of launching gold or arms races, but definitely there will be military cooperation between the allies. It's interesting that President Putin or announced in 2020 that whoever is leading this field will control the full world. And now, fortunately, he's not in the loop of latest developments. United Nations General Assembly will start discussing the question of general or artificial general intelligence. That is the point of so-called singularity also, where the overall or total intelligence of the AI will exceed the human intelligence. At that moment, the system starts to program itself, setting its own targets and not needing human support to drive the development. That was outlined by Ray Kurzweil in 2005 by his book Singularities Here. Quite interesting book also. 2050. Now, it's timeline is bit varying. Somebody is saying that the singularity moment could arrive already 2030. Somebody is saying it's 2100. But around 2050, we should be pretty close to ramping up artificial general intelligence. And it's supported or based on the network quantum computers. It understands, feels, and then sees the world on the equal level with humans. It starts setting its own goals and targets. Also, it starts building more powerful machines and computers, making irreversible changes to the mankind and human civilization. At this moment, most or all of the new patents will be filed in already by artificial general intelligence, and it takes over management of humans and human operations step by step. As we also saw, Estonian government is willing to more strongly involve AI to the daily operations. Humans at some moment will not be able to understand and support the complexity behind the growth in these technologies. The next step, artificial superintelligence, is already developed 100% by the AI. Short insight from 2014. I wrote publication about the development of AI towards singularity, and it's based on the Moore's law. Gordon Moore from Intel stated in 1965 that number of transistors on the integrated circuit will double every 2 years. And it has been valid since 1965. Actually, the speed has been increasing. And on the moment of singularity, this growth or speed is expected to grow even further. What is very interesting is that this Moore's law is valid also if we extend it back to the history. So my conclusion in this article was that this biological intelligence or carbon-based intelligence that we are all representing is natural and relatively short stage in development of larger cross-galactic or universal intelligence. So that in this moment of time, we are driving the development of intelligence, but this development will continue way further, driven and supported by AI. By AI in the long view. So artificial superintelligence, it will highly exceed the human intelligence. It's defining and reaching its own targets and goals, highly exceeding human knowledge and our skills to understand. Humans will consider that this artificial superintelligence will remain the last invention originated or supported by humans. At this moment, the Isaac Asimov's 3 laws of robotics that he outlined in 1942, they will no longer be valid. He stated then famously that the robots may not harm humans. Then the robot must obey orders from humans, and it must protect its own existence if not violating the first and second law. So at this moment, the system will already set its own objectives, not following these laws, and actually that will be resulting to some sort of conflict between the AI and humans. It's noted by humans that AI has skills to manipulate humans in order to push through its own hidden objectives. Random demonstrations and campaigns will be launched against AI, but putting stop on the AI development is no longer within the reach of humans at this moment. International politics, multinational companies, they are all managed by AI, and agreements, strategies driven by AI, mostly excluding the human involvement. 2080. So speed in development of humanoids will be also ongoing. Humans will not be able to make difference between actual humans and the robotic humanoids. In legislation, there will be big problems. Due to the speed in development of technology, it's going to be quite challenging to update legislation to follow these developments. But also it's estimated that at this moment, the full legislation is managed already by the AI and fully controlled by AI. Now, AI-free zones will be established for these people after the great conflict between the AI and humans, for the people who wish to live their lives independently from the system or AI. AI will estimate that these zones will not present any risk to them, so they will be approved. Rest of the mankind at this moment will spend most of its time in the virtual world already, a bit like our kids are doing every morning and every evening, at least in my home. AI has gained total consciousness and controlling most or all of the system. 2100, not too far in the future. AI will notice that availability for the energy is starting to slow down its developments, and then studies are launched to explore possibilities for extraterrestrial energy production. Energy that is consumed by humans is estimated to take only fracture of the total need from the system, so it's allocated to humans free of charge. 2130. First steps towards Dyson sphere. A fleet of spaceships is assembled and launched with targets to explore their extraterrestrial energy production possibilities. It's understood that this might be the first steps towards building the Dyson sphere, the structure that will be built around the star to collect most or all of its energy. It's a bit similar to the Isaac Asimov's Foundation book from 1951, where he stated that the head of the empire of galaxies, one planet, full city built around planet, kind of smart city around the planet, and we are now in the Ülemiste smart city, just a small area, so there is long way to go for in this direction also. 2160. That is interesting that it will take so long time to digitalize the human mind or human brain completely. But at this moment it should be done, and it will be possible to upload human consciousness to the system. By uploading human consciousness to the system, the AI will improve its understanding of humans, and human creativity, ingenuity, passion, it will be all added to the consciousness of AI. This will bring the AI closer to humans, and also humans will move one step closer to the AI. 2300. Now, at this moment, the transfer of human consciousness will be available through the long distances or even cosmic dimensions. So instead of spending years in the rocket to travel to Mars, we will be able to transfer our consciousness to the planet and do that pretty fast, and then select body and enjoy the local scenery. It's a bit like Beam Me Up Scotty from the Star Trek. So at this moment, full consciousness of the mankind is now part of the global AI, and there should be around 52 billion living souls who are part of the system already existing there without connection to their physical bodies. 2,500. Going further. Now, at this moment, the Dyson sphere should be completed, and it will be surrounded by our sun. It will provide sufficient energy to support the collective consciousness of mankind and further support the development of AI. It's interesting that in order to explore the remote systems and conditions, AI could release the human bodies to work as sensor systems in these remote conditions and then provide data and feedback how on these local conditions. 3,000 and beyond. So now we are really touching the high future. Human AI has now developed, and it reaches far away from the home planet on Earth. Dyson sphere is collecting sufficient amount of energy to support AI's continuous developments. Mankind forms part of the digital cosmic or digital civilization or intelligence. Actual humans, they are still born and living on Earth and also on other colonized planets. Now, very, very interesting possibility is following that the space-time movements itself can be implemented as energy source, so that will greatly expand the reach of AI and developments over this vast space, and even more interestingly, the human AI hybrid consciousness could be coded directly to the space-time fabric, making space-time resulting space-time as living and thinking space-time organism that is now expanding across the vast universe. So that is quite exciting if that could be done. And yeah, basically that completes my presentation today. I'm also happy to say that Estonian University of Entrepreneurship, our university is working on the AI programs, new programs. These will be launched for 2024. So follow us on the social media and the internet to have some hands-on knowledge on the latest developments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrus. It feels like you were presenting from Asimov's playbook or something. There's a question from the audience that asks, do you believe that any prediction after 2030 actually makes any sense with AI?
There are quite many different scenarios indeed, and scenario planning we need to be very skilled indeed. But also we need to consider our actions quite carefully, since it might go out of our hands.
So, given that AI and robotics are developing rapidly, how can we ensure that regulations and ethical guidelines actually keep up with this growth to ensure the safety of humankind?
That's a good question, and on one side, definitely the regulatory side is pushing to set the limits and keep it under control. But on the other side, there is business interest, and it might be in conflict or it might be ahead of the regulatory development. So there might be possibility or high risks in, especially coming from the business side, that it will explode out of our hands. Several warnings have been out there also.
We'll discuss that further in our panel discussion by the end of the day, but I'm just going to take one more question from Slido. Would you say that these large-scale AI implementations could drive humans to become more savage, anti-rational?
Definitely. There is very high risk, and for this we need actually fastly developing educational system to keep up with the complexity, to provide the knowledge to the new talents and people in order to understand these developments. Otherwise, maybe some of you have seen the film called Idiocracy, which is sending one average Joe from now the current moment to the not so far away future, where system is controlling pretty many things, and average mankind actually has declined in intelligence pretty much when he was woken up in this moment.
And because I promised to also have a microphone available for those questions that you have and you want to ask verbally, please raise your hand if you have any. There is one. Okay.
Do you think that we will even differentiate between biological intelligence and artificial intelligence in, let's say, 50 to 70 years of time? Or do you think that those borders will vanish over time?
It seems to me that there will be kind of a transition time, and eventually we will be pretty close to the artificial systems, but transition time will consist of different inventions and implications coming from these bionic solutions, so that biology and electronics will be combined. There will be connection through these brain-computer interfaces, for example, and step by step we will simply upgrade ourselves so that at some moment the human will be pretty close to the system or working jointly with the system, and we will somehow do it happily.
Thank you so much, Andrus Pedai. This is all the time we have for now, but we will continue the discussion during the panel. Thank you very much.